Welcome back. We're going to spend a few minutes chatting with an old friend of the Coastal Source. Joining us tonight, Dr. Kennedy Okere with the Horizon International Medical Mission. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much. I'm pretty good.
Well, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. You have been with us a few times chatting about the ongoing efforts that you do getting medical help to a lot of nations in need, but more recently you've been focusing on the devastation down in Haiti. You and your group just came back about 2 weeks ago from a week in Haiti, correct?
Correct.
Tell us a little bit about that experience and what's going on there about 2 months after the earthquake now.
2 months after the earthquake, things have remarkably changed over time. The trauma that we witnessed on television and radio is gone. We're now into a second phase. And so at the team of Horizon International Medical Mission, we want as a third-tier group.
Right.
Most of the cases that you see is mainly primary care issues in terms of medicine.
Right.
And some other cases that you see is cases of psychiatric issues.
Right.
Psychological issues, people going through depression, anxiety, and grief.
Right.
And
so it's not only, obviously, we've seen on TV a lot of the coverage has faded back, especially with healthcare being in the news. Haiti's kind of taken a back seat, and obviously the devastation is there. You know, the physical element of what went on there is still very prevalent, but there's more to it than that for the citizens of Haiti on the ground, correct?
Correct. Citizens on the ground at the moment, most of their issues has to do with hunger.
Right.
They have medical issues, yes, especially when you think about waterborne diseases like typhoid.
Right.
If you think about things that has to do with mosquito like malaria.
Right.
And then if you think about skin infections, that is pretty common because they don't have good water to shower.
Right, and then that's saying a lot for a nation that really didn't have much before the earthquake, and now it's been compounded exponentially. Tell us a little bit about what you and your group did in the week that you were there.
20 of us went there. One thing that is special about this group is that it involves people of different disciplines. We have the medical doctors, the nurses, and we have the pastors, and we have the psychoanalysts. And so what we did was merely an integrated approach, and I feel strongly that is what Haiti needs at this moment. We saw a lot of medical issues, mainly, like I mentioned before, typhoid and malaria.
Right.
We saw a lot of skin diseases that had to do with using antibiotics.
Right.
And of course, some of the wounds that we have to redress that have been addressed at the initial time when the trauma was on.
Sure.
But the most devastating thing is that you see a good number of people that are going through grief.
Right.
And they needed counseling, and that is where our psychoanalyst comes in to help them out.
Sure.
You see a good number of them who spiritually, they're just deteriorating, and they needed prayers, and that's why they're just there. And so we have our pastor there to pray with them.
Very nice. Let me ask you, the world rallied for Haiti. I mean, the world just came together and sent hundreds of millions of dollars in aid and people and supplies. Do you feel like the people as a whole there are getting everything they need, or have you heard stories of there still being pockets where some people just aren't?
When you get on ground, you find out that the amount of money that you hear that we've donated from all parts of the world, I didn't see the effect of that money yet.
Really?
Maybe the money is yet to be invested into something.
Right.
But the people are just remarkably suffering. And so we need to really go back again, regroup ourselves, and see how we can put our efforts together.
Do you have plans to go back with your group?
We have plans to go back sometime. We just need to put ourselves together once more.
Gotcha.
And but first of all, we want to say thank you to the people of Savannah, and thank you to the people of Tybee, and the entire people of the United States for the support they've given to Horizon International Medical Mission on this trip to Haiti. And we cannot forget our great partners, the WJCL. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We were glad to help, and we will try to do whatever we can as we go forward. Good luck with a future trip if you plan to make it. Keep us posted on your progress.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Dr. Kennedy Okere, we'll be right back.